Hey everybody, this is Seth from Worth Synchronicity. Thanks for being here. We're just getting started on live, so I expected some people to join. This is Q&A time where you get a chance to connect with me, ask the questions that you need to ask, and I'd love to know if you're joining, what your name is, where you're from. Let me know in the chat. Even if you're watching this later in the replay, leave me a note in the comments so I can know that you've been here and that you're watching. And if you have questions, feel free to leave them in the comments, even if the live has ended. But while you're here, drop them in there. And just to get us started, something I was thinking about adding that I haven't done in previous lives. I'm gonna just throw in a quick card here so we can have some insight into the energy of the time. And hey, Christine, and share what lessons you might learn from a particular card. For those of you that are learning tarot, I tend to use decks that you might not normally see, so the images may look a little bit different than you expect. Oh, look, we got the Magician. There's a lot going on in this card. Look at the base with the people standing on it. The large figure in the front looks very like Lady Gaga-ish. The people who are standing over that bridge between the two puppet-like hands, and they're all falling, and she's looking at them. She's got some wings behind her. She has some moths that make up the fringe around her chest or her dress. Can't quite tell if that's like the edge of the dress. And there is a heart underneath her, and it looks like the universe in her throat. In here, it's kind of a lot going on, right? So as far as energy that this card is bringing today, we've got not only opportunity at our feet, but the world is going to be what we make of it, i.e. you can go out on a limb and take that chance and see what happens, and you might fall. You could, but you could also land on your feet and be there for when it's time for someone else to show up, and then you're ready to welcome them, show them around in this new space, because you took an opportunity to trust what was right for you and see where that was going. So I love how the Magician shows up in a lot of different ways. Often when people are just experiencing the Magician for the first time, one of the first lines you read in any tarot book is, the Magician says you have everything you need. Well, sometimes you just don't, and you're trying to work it out, and you're trying to figure out what you do need. And the Magician may have experience and some tools, but they don't know what's coming, and they rarely know how to get there. They're just doing their best based on where they've been and what they know so far. And when you call in that energy, that as above, so below energy, then that's when things come together. And speaking of, when all that energy comes together into one place, that's when we start to recognize the true power of who we are and how we show up in the world, which is why I created Synchronicity Circle. I'm sure we'll talk about that again. But if you're wondering more about what Synchronicity Circle is, I'll drop something here in the chat, a link in the chat, so you can find it. In the future, I forgot I'm in the same thing. Here we go. There it is, just for anybody to go check out and learn more about Synchronicity Circle. It looks like all of the people that were here may have dropped out. I don't know if that's a problem with YouTube or if it's a problem. I appear to still be streaming, so I'm going to keep going. So the what was I saying? The circle is something that I think is extremely useful in between the experiences of having a reading like just happened with the Magician, and what do you do next. And I think that now I think I know I built the circle to be that bridge, especially if you've had a human design reading and you're not sure what to do next. The circle gives you the space to work through what is next and how to get there step by step. I have limited seats in the popular version, which is the initiate or the monthly membership. The monthly guidance plus some coaching has a whole lot of space. It's group coaching, it's monthly guidance where you get not only this monthly um, email that talks about the energy of the planets and human design and what's going on during that month. So you're prepared for it. You also get once a month to come into a group session online where we talk about what you're dealing with and how you can work through it. So it's actually a really cool experience. And I really invite all of you to explore what it means to work with your human design and how you can um, find your way to the other side of I'm frustrated, I'm lost, I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm trying to find myself again. Uh, and how difficult that might be when the people around you aren't feeling like they're a part of that journey. So this gives you a space of people who are and who will be and who can be a part of that journey. So, Christine, are you back? What happened? Did it kick you out or did you fall out? Oh, it looks to me like there was no one here for the whole time I was talking. I was like, I'm talking to an empty room. I did, and then it just said there were zero, so I thought even you fell out. So, yes, one, it's you. Good. Then I'm glad you were here for the magician thing. Are you at home or are you at the vacation spot? Okay. Then, what did you want to ask me today? I know you said you had a question. A 7/7 portal, what is it? So, this happens in pretty much any month with a number. You can have a 1/1, a 2/2, a 3/3, a 4/4, a 5/5. A lot of people talk about the Lions Gate 8/8, which was really intense on 8/8, 1988 for those of us that were alive. Um, I I don't see them as special in that 7/7 might be more important than 2/2, for example. But there are other people who do. It's all based on the the numerological association of the number, which for those of us that are tarot readers have different associations with numbers. So for numerology, seven tends to be associated with the crown chakra. It tends to be a number that's associated with sometimes good luck. Eight is more of a good luck number than seven, but eight is more of a good luck number in Eastern rather than Western culture. So it kind of depends on the culture that you're experiencing the number in, what you know about numerology, and how you see the astrological correspondences that are happening during the time, even down to someone's chart and the specificity that comes around the chart and what happens on an auspicious day like 7/7. So there's a lot of things to it, but the simple, what do we call it? Like, you know, newspaper reading, for those of us that read newspapers, keep dating myself today, 8888. Um, when you have headlines like just a sun sign or just 7/7, then we look at what the number means. And because it's duplicated 7/7, then it is, we tend to assume or believe that that number has greater power, or it is intensified because of the duplication of the number. Uh, because 7 is associated, or tends to be associated with crown chakra, because we have 7 chakras, one at the base and then all the way up to the top. The reason we go top to bottom is usually Eastern thought is top to bottom, kind of like the I Ching, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The experience of 7 then asks us to have a greater spiritual awareness or awakening or experience. The um, other things that happen because we're having this greater spiritual connection or divine connection is people tend to use 7/7 as a time to make greater wishes or manifest. There's also certain planetary things that happen around this time that we can count on, and those tend to, and I don't understand all of them because I'm not an astrologer. This would be a good question for Sarah, our resident astrologer. But things will, because of how some of the other planets are, get pushed. Like you'll get pushed out of your comfort zone. So if you're manifesting and connected and you're pushed out of your comfort zone, the experience of 7/7 is a new beginning with a new fresh start of something you want to create, and it's divinely guided and all of this. So we create all of these correspondences relative to the number of the date, and if that's useful and helpful for you, take it. If it sounds like a bunch of bullshit to you, let it go. It just kind of it depends on how you utilize those numbers and how that energy feels to you. Because it's more of an astrology and numerology thing, it's not something that I tend to subscribe to, but I think astrology is interesting. I mean, I wouldn't be doing human design if I didn't think the planetary alignment was interesting. So there's more to it. You just have to decide if it actually holds some credence for you. When you're looking at tarot and you look at the sevens are not numbers that tend to align themselves with extremely positive things. Not, they're not like the fives, right? But there tends to be an experience of, I learned something and now I'm going to work my way through it. I'm going to start at the bottom again and I'm going to work my way up with what I know. So it's not so much struggle, but it is effort. So as someone who is primarily a tarot reader, I don't see sevens in the way that we hear about in pop culture. That's what I wanted when I wanted to say like pop culture astrology, um, as we do when we're reading something on Instagram or a meme or an astrologer who is just trying to get our attention. As a tarot reader, I think of 7/7 as kind of a rough time where yes, we're being pushed out of our comfort zone, but we're not we're not starting higher. We're kind of recognizing that things kind of suck and we've learned a lot of lessons. So we're about to go through the trenches and try and get to some place better than where we were. And there might be a little more speed there, but it's still challenging. I won't remember all that. The energy here is still chaotic. I was looking for a way out instead of cleaning and packing and doing what I need to do. No, 7 is the energy that you're going, the tarot 7 is the energy you're going through right now. That's what you're working on. So I think it's interesting, but when you look at it in the context of 668855332211, we can say that about any double number when we look at the numerological story of the number. But because there's a larger importance assigned to the date, it's because there are a lot of astrological events that go on, and there just happen to be more that go on like the 7/7 and 8/8 timeframe than I think there are in the others. Angel numbers similar, 777. I've got a book coming into the shop. I just ordered it. I had it before and I haven't had it for a while. Actually, I think it's the deck. I don't know if I got the book this time, but it's called Angel Numbers Deck. And what it does is, one, you can use it like a deck and an oracle and see kind of what it speaks to you. But if you're seeing numbers all the time, you can also look up that number and see what that particular number means. Now, of course, you can Google these things, but having a way to work with the card or look it up in the book, if I got the book, it's just kind of a cool, quick reference, and it gives you some great guidance. So angel numbers are also not numerological insights. They're also, as far as numerology is concerned, they're not astrological insights. They are unique and whole unto themselves and how people see angel numbers. So if you work with that set of data, insight, experience, and guidance, then you could very well look at 7/7 as an angel number reference. However, those tend to come in triples, 777, versus doubles. So 7/7 in 1977, for those of us that were alive in 77, might have been an interesting day where there was a lot of seven energy going on, whether that was positive or challenging. I'll leave that to everyone who has a memory of 7777. I was 2, so I don't remember it. Every time you look at the clock. The interesting thing about this angel number deck that I'm getting and book is it goes 1 through 99. So you can look up the triples if you want, but you could also look up something like 5/8. So for the longest time, 5/8 is my birthday. I was seeing 5/8 on the clock. I was seeing it on videos that I was watching that were 5 minutes and 8 seconds. I would see it on a banner. I would see it everywhere. And sometimes it was 508, like on the clock, and sometimes it was 58 or 58. And so you can look up numbers like that, repeating numbers you're getting in this deck or in this book, which I think is also kind of cool because it gave me another way to look at it other than looking at them through the eyes of tarot. Like I was looking at it as the Hierophant, which is 5, and 8, which is strength. And if you add those together, numerology is 5 plus 8 is 13, which is the death card. And the death card, which you can have the quintessence of in numerology, which is 1 plus 3. Now I've got 4. So that also includes the Emperor. So I had the Hierophant, I had the Strength card, I had the Magician, I had the Empress, and I had the Death card, and I had the Emperor, all from 5/8. And you're only adding 2 numbers. It's fine, unless you're doing the whole like neurological year thing. So for those of you that may have just joined, hi, we were talking about the 7/7 portal. We're also talking about the Magician tarot card and what it means for us today. And I'm happy to answer any questions you have. If you have any, drop them in the chat. I'll be here for just a minute more. And then we're going to probably get our day, the rest of our evening going. So let me know if you've got any questions. If we don't know each other, I'm Seth. I own Worth Synchronicity in Worth, Illinois. It's a metaphysical shop. Crystals, tarot cards, incense, tarot readings, human design readings, all of the things. Yeah, you can ask any questions. And hopefully I have an answer. If I don't, I'll look it up and I'll figure it out. But go ahead, ask me anything. I assume they're in the realm of metaphysics. If they're not, then we'll see where we go and what I choose to reveal. But and also feel free to share your name because I think I recognize Focus Life, but I don't remember what your name is. Oh, hey, Jamie. Then you were wait. If this is Scorpio, Jamie, you're under strict rules that you have to ask questions that are appropriate. If this is okay, there were a few Jamies in the shop recently, and I was like, wait a minute. If you were Jamie from the tarot class, go ahead. I'm ready for what your question is. You were in Sunday and got candles. Yes, Realtor Jamie, starting a new professional path. Jamie. Yes. So, yeah, we were talking about 7/7 and the energy of 7/7 and what that looks like. Plus, we were talking about the magician card because I pulled it at the beginning of our conversation. You're feeling exhausted as fuck right now. Same, same. Also, I haven't eaten since lunch, and we feel like I think we just got some food, so I'm gonna go eat in a little bit. But I'm glad you made it. Do you have any thoughts on the 7/7 portal that happens today? I'm also looking forward to seeing the next episode of House of the Dragon. We didn't get to watch it on Sunday, and I want to see it. For those of you that may be watching this on the replay while I'm waiting to see if Jamie has any thoughts on 7/7, I'm grateful that you're here. I'm glad you were here. Please make sure and follow if you haven't already so that we can keep track of each other and you get updates on all the things. And don't forget to like this so that it might show up for other people. Jamie says, I like 7, but nothing is hitting. I feel like a lot of things are opening and blowing up right now, which tends to be what happens on this 7/7 portal for a lot of people. They experience it as something new beginning because of the way I think it was Pluto is moving, plus retrograde happens about this time and is happening right now. Uh, and then this being also associated with our crown chakra and being divinely connected in a deeper way. So it's a time that is often used for manifestation, writing down things that you want to achieve. Some people, I was listening, I looked this up because I thought there's a lot of people who also like to do sound work. For 7/7, you could listen to 777 hertz or 852 hertz during a meditation to clear mental blocks and open intuitive channels. I thought that was interesting. Thank you. I plan to do it. At least I've been doing it every Tuesday at 8 o'clock, so that I can just be here, be available for questions. I'm gonna probably add in this tarot pull to it at the beginning, like I did this time, because I like the idea of kind of pulling a card, setting some energy, and seeing where things are going. And then whoever brings a topic, we discuss it and we kind of explore it and see where it's going and what there is. So, with that said, thank you all for being here. I'm going to wrap it up. I tend to keep this around 15 or 30 minutes. I will see you all soon, and hopefully I'll see you in the shop soon because we're doing our semi-annual clearance sale. So check that out. You can check it out online at wordsynchronicity.com. I will here, I'll put the link in the chat so you can see what it is. I've got almost all of the clearance stuff available online. Some of it won't be online. You'll have to come into the shop to find it. And there's also new things being added all the time because there's only one of me and there's a whole lot of stuff on clearance. So as I add it, the clearance sale will continue to change. So you'll always see new things. So there's the link for the clearance sale. You're welcome. Glad you love the tarot pull. Thank you. All right. See you all soon. Have a good night. Stay cool.